we will kick it off with here. So here's question number one, and we'll open up to whomever wants to kind of take it on. So what if you were a newer company in a very competitive business and you were just looking to gain contracts? Do you then recommend bending a bit to what the client wants, i.e. one guard over two? And I think, Michael, you just kind of touched upon that, right?
Yeah, I did. And that's one of those things I think you do have to look at. Let me just put it this way. I've never worried about a competitive market because I've created this. I'm going to sound cocky, but I don't mean to be, because I'm a very humble person. But I created a security company that blows everybody away. I'm sorry, like in this city in Las Vegas, and I don't care who's watching, the bottom line is my security team is better. All right. So I created that purposely to be able to go to somebody and go, look, you can do this over here. Now, again, if you're doing a subpar, like, or maybe just an observe and report place that's like a warehouse, you can look at that kind of thing. But I think you really have to say, hey, am I comfortable with the officer that I put out there, that they're going to be safe, and so for us, we've put ourselves in a position where we're the leader in the industry with everything that we have. So to answer that question, and I'm sorry if I kind of like, just push this bigness on you, but the bottom line is if you're starting out and you're brand new and you're going and you're looking at those kind of things, if you really feel in your heart that you could safely put, say, one person instead of two people on a post, okay? But I'm going to tell you, I've seen this a million times. I've been doing security for a long time. Don't start off with walking into there and saying to them, hi, my name, what do you want, sir? You want one officer? Okay. You want this? Okay. You want that? Okay. All right. You're not doing yourself a good service that way. I'm telling you right now. And I'm learning, though, even in today's world, okay, there's a lot of people that are out there and businesses that have dealt with, security companies that just really don't do a very good job. And you want to exude it to them and sell yourself like, look, we're doing this because we're going to provide a better service to you. That's why we do this. And I can tell you that in Las Vegas, there's a lot of security companies that bid at 28, say 28 to $30 an hour. We're at 36 to 38, and we're picking up clients because of the fact that they're tired of that company. So all I'm telling you is that go in with a security assessment, and if you need to learn more, you can reach out to me and I can help you. I can kind of show you maybe one of our, and if you want to, you can hire me and I can help you, or I'll just send you like one of my assessments so you can look at it and go, okay, that's how you do a security assessment. And I'll be glad to just send you that, because again, we're doing this to help we're helping the industry, okay? And it just depends on how much time you need of me. If you want of me, then we can talk about that. But I'll be willing to send you something and you can look at it and go, this is what a security assessment looks like. I do the crime statistics over the last 3 months in their area. I put together a whole thing that looks very professional, where they look at it and go, wow, that looks way different than everybody else's did. Now, yeah, they are $6 an hour more, but look what I'm getting for that, And so being the new security company, I can only tell you, strive towards excellence. Look at what the security industry standard is of the companies in your area and get better than them. And it takes some time, but once you get better than they are, then you can sell something to them that's up even higher than what everybody else is doing. And then you have to decide, bottom line, in your heart, whether or not you're comfortable with would you put your son out there in that situation? That's the way that I look at it.
Perfect, thanks. And I think Joseph Orsak had a question too that's similar to the previous one I just asked. So hopefully that addresses it as well. So thanks for that, Michael. Another question, contract related. Has the hold harmless contract language been tested in court, and has the security company been removed or held responsible regarding litigation?
You know what? We have been we've been so proactive in things. We have very little lawsuits now at this point. When I first started at 22 years old, I owned a nightclub security company from 22 to 26, and I learned a ton in that time. So since we've been doing this right, honestly, this is all stuff that's developed that we haven't had actually stand up in court. Okay, I can tell you this though. There's something that's interesting. We have, and I can't mention any names, but we have We do have one suit, one active lawsuit, only one that's out there. And the insurance company, there's always this thing between your insurance company and the property and who's responsible. It always goes down that road, right? I'm going to tell you, if you have that in the contract, it's going to make a big difference on what that looks like. I know that because I've already seen that part of it. Now, has it went all the way to court? No. So I don't have the actual court experience as to what a judge ruled on it.
All right. Thank you, sir. And I guess a question for you, Conrad. When going through the hiring process, is it a good idea to have candidates do a knowledge test to see how well they understand what is needed? So I guess kind of testing them on what they may have learned or understand that they're going to be learning.
Right, absolutely. And that comes not just in the recruiting process, that with us, that also comes with continued learning, as Chief Josh Haley said earlier, you know, even us, my HR manager, myself, even at the admin side, we also go out onto posts. Hey, how's it going today? Handcuff me real quick. Show me the correct way to handcuff. You know, that knowledge base. So I'm one of those people. Of course, we love our veterans. You know, we're very big on recruiting former military, former police, but we also get, you know, people that have decided that, you know, they've decided they want to do security. They might not have the experience. And that's why I guess we do the questionnaires and figure out what their experience is. But that also comes down to, we also focus on placement. You know, as Chief Haley said earlier, we don't want to put somebody somewhere where they're going to put themselves or the officer next to them at risk. So yeah, those questionnaires are very important in the interviewing process, and also continued learning and officer safety.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Conrad. Next question. And this is open, obviously, to anybody on the panel. So in your experience, what's the biggest de-escalation tool you have used?
Josh.
All right. my favorite and by far best de-escalation tool I have ever had has been my K9. I've been running a K9 for a couple of years now, and 100% of the time when I bring that dog out, that person leaves. 100% of the time. I've not had to go, well, actually, I had to go hands-on one time because people were already fighting. But my K9's trained to circle around the outside, wait for his command, so I didn't actually have to deploy him on that situation. But I have not had had really any situations escalate on me when I bring that dog out. It always goes the other direction, and they usually leave. I've had to have him bark a couple times, but I've never had to send him on anybody. I think it's really like the fear of getting eaten. You have a fully armed security guard, you might even have 5 of them, and there's still people acting a fool trying to fight them, right? You bring that K9 out and they're like, I'm gone, I'm out of here. So that's 100% my best de-escalation tool has been that K9.
And folks, that's what we call and we joked about this in a previous warm-up, but we call it, that's the rough side of security, right?
Well, I want to jump in on this question, and I noticed that gentleman from Canada that jumped in and said we can't have tools and things like that. The K9s are amazing. We're very blessed to be able to have that, here. I'm going to tell you, one of the biggest things as a security company owner that I really, 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 really push as far as helping to prevent lawsuits in a de-escalation situation is distance. Listen to me. You have got to train your people to keep 10 feet away from who they're talking to. And you've got to have it, if you put people on body cam or they're on video in any case, and you're discussing things with them and doing the best that you can with the conflict resolution and de-escalation, and you have distance, and you show that that person moves towards you when you're talking to them, it's going to be really difficult for them to win a lawsuit. Okay, so distance, of course, there's so many important things that de-escalation strategies, speaking like Captain Cromartie said about your brain, making sure that you say the right things. And there's many, many, many tools, but I'm just going to say, if you have a security company that you don't have the proper training right now for people, teach them right now. The 3 big classes are conflict resolution, threat de-escalation, and civil liability. And then teach them talk from a distance, move from a distance, ask from a distance. And then when, as they're leaving, give them distance. Because then they have to turn around and come back at you. And when you show that on video, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be really, more than likely you won't get a lawsuit, because as soon as, maybe somebody will complain, but as soon as they see that video that person turned around and came back at you, they're not going to get it. They're not going to win it. And the lawyer's going to drop it.